Okay, so I have my apples simmering, doing what they want. I also have my parsnips simmering in a mixture of milk and a little bit of water and a bit of salt. Now I want to get a couple other things going as well. I want to get my carrots basically poached in a little bit of orange juice. Before I do that, I want to toast out caraway in the same exact pan. So I'm going to do my toasting of my caraway, which is a spice, grind it, add it back to the pan, add some juice, cook down my carrots in that juice. I'm actually going to poach them in the juice. I'm going to have to add a little bit of water because if we evaporate off all the water, the sugar's going to be left there to go burn. So we're going to take a look at it and judge and cook our carrots based upon the amount of moisture that's still present in the pan. Does that make sense? I'm going to do what's called an oblique cut on the carrots. Okay, so basically just like the flag and straighten out. Flag, straighten out. We're going to understand what I mean by the flag. It's like the full. So you can just take a square and cut a triangle on it, and it's going to make the same cut. So all I'm doing is making the triangle first and then squaring it off. Everyone got that? Everyone's a little quiet.
Just watching.
Riveting. Riveting carrot one, let me tell you.
We cut zucchinis like this yesterday.
Good.
Or not yesterday.
Repetition is the best.
No. It was beauty. I don't know.
Did I get that little stick back? There it is. Yeah, back. Back. Oh.
Oh, the gas was just running.
Okay, we're gonna use some grapeseed oil as our frying oil. We're gonna use the sautoir because it has walls on it. I'm gonna have a catch bin that I can basically pull food out of the fryer in. Put a little bit more oil right now. Then we do a garnish fry, parsnip and carrot strips. We're gonna do a garnish fry first, and then we will do our schnitzel after on the picnic. Can I get another sautoir that doesn't have a big dent in the bottom of it?
I almost brought you the most dented little.
Okay. Well, the dents on the sides would actually be okay. But you see how this one has basically a convex dent on it?
Yeah.
So it makes it really shallow in the middle. So I'm going to have like a centimeter thick over there and like a quarter centimeter thick in the middle. So if we have a flatter one, is what I'm looking for. It's the only reason I'm trying to explain in it. Okay, dry toast on all spices when you cook, when you basically are doing a dry toast. Okay, so no oil in the pan. You want to release the essential oils that are present in the pan. So caraway is what we're going to use a little bit of now. Toast off those spices. Thank you, guys. Just a bad look. Look at it.
Damn, Jen.
It's like someone's hitting things with me. I don't understand. Maybe. Well, I will say if that is a use of it, I think that's a good use. That gets Charlie approval on use.
So the next time one of those texts goes out, culinary armoring up.
What's that?
Culinary armor.
This
Yes.
We're not hiding. We're fighting.
It is, it is.
How far can you throw a pan?
I know I can throw a chocolate very far.
Chuck one of those pretty hard at someone.
The difference between basically a toasted spice and an untoasted spice, let me just smell it. I can just literally check out
One's been toasted.
what it smells like there. And check out. Actually, that smells kind of good right there too. Caraway's a bad example because it's so potent. Like really it is. Like it's so potent. Well, it's just a bad example because it's so darn potent as it is. But toasted is just, it's nice.
You could?
It smells good. Oh, that's cool, chef.
I'm worried about the seeds on that one.
What?
No seeds on that one.
I'm going to pick them out. There's not as many as there was in the last one, so I can just pick these out with tongs at the end.
Same person.
I mean, the lemons had 5,000 seeds. I think that was a 5,000. This one should be a little bit easier to get to where we want it.
It's not just one whole one.
That's way shorter.
That's gonna take a while, chef.
What is it? What's that, Mr. Do Nothing But Have a Bunch of Comments? Haven't seen you prep a thing today.
I prep stuff.
Not one.
I did apples. I did apples, right?
Luckily, you've been on film the whole time, so we can rewind it. we can rewind if you want. Okay, a little bit of orange juice, 2 oranges in here, and I'm adding a little bit of water too. We're gonna cook these carrots until they're nice and gentle. Eventually, we're gonna reduce the orange juice to a syrup around them. We're gonna reduce them down completely, so we're basically simmering them while there's liquid present into it, and then we're gonna glaze them. Once all the water evaporates and the sugar's present there, it's gonna start to caramelize a bit, we're gonna glaze them up. Okay, we'll add carrot away at the very end. Want to wrap some garnish here as well. We're gonna use a potato peeler here for it because it makes it uniform. That's what we need, what we're trying to do. So we want just the orange part of it, we don't want the skin, and we don't want the core of it. Is that in your film lit? Is that better? Okay, we want uniform strips here if we can. Probably one of the hardest things to fry. Carrots. They're all sugar and water. Right? So, something that doesn't really want to fry that easy. Okay, fried nice and hot.
Why do you use grapeseed oil?
It has a higher temperature and low flavor. Doesn't taste like anything that can get really hot. I'm sorry. I'm all trying to get all scientific. That's the reason. Okay, so I'm trying to evaporate off the water until it gets basically. I want to evaporate the water before it burns. Okay, because there's so much water, there's so much sugar, it's very, very difficult to do. Okay, moisture is the enemy of browning, but it's also the enemy of crispiness. Okay, so any water that's present in it, the reason In-N-Out French fries are a little soggy when you eat them is because there's still water present inside the potato. And once it gets in the bag, it steams up. And because of that, I'm sure it's a little soggy. So we're gonna work on basically evaporating water before they caramelize. What's an indicator of water being done?
Bubbles.
Bubbles, right? So it has bubbles, there's water, or it has no bubbles, there's water?
Has bubbles.
I've heard everything right there. Let's say this again and let's defend it. Like you know what I'm getting at? Because I heard both answers are from, I think that was like a straight 50-50 blend. This is what I'm trying to get. So let's discuss basically, it's still bubbling. And let's say that it has no water. Explain that. It's still bubbling, it has no water. Explain that answer to me. No, just say explain that,
Here's expanded.
which is water.
Evaporating.
So if there's bubbles,
There's water.
thank you.
Figured it out.
Okay, that's it. That's all I'm trying to say. There we go.
I wouldn't have fucking done it. I was gonna say you, and I was like,
There's an orange thing.
Well, it was a
going
little
on.
hot, I'll be honest.
What?
I'm
Like
cooling it down with more
Carrots, like
product.
orange sauce, like orange. At least we're not using pumpkin. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so when these things come out, they're still going to be slightly pliable. Okay, as they sit there, they will develop a little bit of crispiness. Again, my oil was, I think, a little hot when I started. So I developed a little more color, but I'm still seeing bubbles. My 2 indicators of doneness are floating, no bubbles. No bubbles is unrealistic, so a lot less bubbles. Everyone see a lot less bubbles?
less bubbles.
Thank you. Okay, does everyone see it's still looking a little soft though?
Yes.
Okay, spread these out on your table, on your drawing. Okay, while they're still hot, hit them with a little salt. Okay, then allow them to dry off. As they dry off, they'll start to develop a little bit of crispiness. That's what we're gonna want. Okay, oil's a little bit colder right now. Hopefully it'll work a little bit better for me. Okay, you'll see it gets down to the core part of the carrot. Okay, that really, just use the outer edge one. Oh, that's looking great right there. That's like a happy operation. Well, that's looking good though. See, it didn't get too dark. If it gets too dark, that's gonna taste horrible. That's gonna taste good. We're walking a fine line right there. That's like a perfect one right there. That's like a little play, Richard. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing with parsnip. Like I didn't even tell you about that, so you couldn't break your peeler out until all your stuff was peeled. It was a pain in the butt.
Sneaky sweet.
It's hard to use a potato peel on an apple though.
Okay,
What are you doing over here?
okay, I'm starting to lose. I'm bubbling. Still a little wet though. Okay, still a little wet. You can see that. Controlling my heat, adding a little bit more to it. Telling it to cook. Okay, note on the handles right here. You notice the handles on these pots right here? Make sure your handles are sitting out like that. Or like that, even worse. You want to see how it can be difficult? Somebody comes back and hits that, that's a bad, bad kitchen accident. Right? So make sure your handles are always pointing in, preferably aluminum. That makes sense? Or not.
Yes, it makes sense.
Yes, chef.
I prefer being
You got all kinds of dangers just right here with us. So we're gonna avoid those. Okay, tiny bubbles, exactly what I want. I'm not having a color issue, so I'm letting them stay in as long as possible, get as much of that moisture out so that it won't be soggy on the finish. We really want this little crispy elevation. That's exactly what we're looking for out of the dish. Okay, the lower the temperature, the oranger it gets. The higher the temperature, the darker brown it finishes out. Does that make sense? It's always going to come out slightly wet. You need to spread it and see if I cooked it enough. Yes, please. Can you do it? Can you just say this? Please. There's the image. I'm worried about those. I don't know. We're gonna find out. They're looking a little. Well, I mean, my problem was that carrot had a big split in the center of it, so I got a bunch that are this size and I got a bunch that are that size. It's all uniform when you're cooking, right? So the reason this happened is when I was peeling this carrot, I had a fat split down the center of it. So I was getting uneven strips. I was getting one skinny, one fat. So I'm just explaining how I would try and fix that if I was going to fix it, because that's the problem. That's going to be crispy. That's not. Okay, so you don't have to have a staggering amount of oil to use a fryer at your house. You just have to have pan control and pay attention. Don't walk away from fryers. You don't pay attention to it. coming up on the leading cause of house fires in America. You know that, right? Couple of weeks here. Leading cause of house fires is turkeys.
Turkeys, yep.
Number one
Deep
leading
fried
cause out of
turkeys,
anything
yeah.
electrical, out of anything, is turkey frying. That's crazy. That's crazy.
My family in Texas deep fries turkeys.
Yeah, they lose like up to 1,000 ounces a year or something crazy like that. The numbers were staggering on how many house fires are happening because of people just not paying attention and frying. It's all fuel. So if you have 3 gallons of fuel that you get to 400 degrees, and then you drop a frozen turkey in there, we've all seen what happens when water hits turkey. The ice that's in the center of that turkey hits the water, and it just wells up to the roof and throws a bunch of fire straight down to a jet fuel creator. And
So fire
people lose their
turkey
houses
or
quick.
okay.
Oh, a house will go up quick.
So fry your turkey before.
We're gonna fry them in here in a couple weeks, but we're not gonna cause a fire. Yes, I fry turkey every week or every semester.
Every
Every
Tuesday. Tuesday fried turkeys.
Every Tuesday, I eat 3 fried turkeys,
Damn. By yourself?
6 loaves of white toast,
Oh my god.
2 gallons of diet tab.
Diet.
Tab.
Just trying to think how unhealthy I can
What
get.
else are we making for this?
We do everything. Everything.
I love sesame.
Everything. We do cranberry chutney. We do stuffing.
Stuff.
We do turkey. We do gravy. We do green beans, almondine.
You're good like
What if we
We
do
don't make pie. We don't make
What if we make a big pie?
big pie. Bring it in. We eat it.
Okay.
It's just that simple. Like there's zero problem with that. Okay, guys, this is hard. Okay, it's way harder than just look right there. It's one of the hardest things you ever fry. Both of them. High sugar, high water content. Okay, so just take your time, do it right, get yourself going. You want to get your carrots doing their thing. Okay, my apples are where I want them to be. Okay, so how do I know that? Because as soon as I move them, they start to fall apart. You see how these things are falling apart right there?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my solids that are present in it. The cinnamon's really nice cinnamon, but it's very papery. Okay.
You're supposed to
Okay, once you stir it to this point, transfer to a secondary container and get it into your wok and leave some consistency to it, please. Okay, that's exactly where we want that. That should be reducing. Get these going.